identifies himself as the storyteller, Master. He has been told of your warrior skills and will speak the history to you.
I'm honored. Yeah, I'm honored. Ask him what he records.
Translation. Translation. There is only one accepted history, passed orally to each successive generation. Translation. A book or datapad can be taken away, cheapening the value of what it contains. To commit it to paper or storage is to remove it from the people.
Well, that makes sense. However, the story can be told wrong also. Okay. Oral histories are often inaccurate.
Translation.
This is gonna make him mad, isn't it?
Translation. He says that you dare not question the accuracy of his information. The stories are learned perfectly by each successive storyteller. Translation. In fact, they aren't allowed to speak the stories aloud unless they are exact. Any error is considered a blasphemy, punishable by death.
I still think there's gonna be error.
It seems inefficient to me, Master. A score of apprentice storytellers would be slaughtered each generation. What if the elder died before completing the teachings?
Exactly. We're not gonna go that far. Let's see what we can choose from.
Translation. Translation. You may choose to hear the history, or you may choose not to. Their history is a single entity that cannot be partitioned. Translation. The only exception is in continuing the tales once they have begun. If you leave, when you return, he will continue from where he left off.
Begin.
Translation.
Let's hear it.
Translation. It begins with the ancient times. They were not sand people, for there was no sand. The land was green with life.
There were green
They
people.
walked without wrappings. Translation. Though the land was beautiful, they lived apart from the land. They built their walls high and saw beyond the horizon. They dared.
So just like other people.
Stars. Translation. There are no words for how long ago this was. It was before the outsiders, before the abduction, before the cities fell, before the builders.
The abduction? I'd like to ask questions.
Cautionary. I should warn you, Master, that any questioning of their interpretation may be seen as trying to change the meaning of what was said. Clarification. They may consider this to be speaking the words in error, a blasphemy they would attempt to kill you for.
I still want to ask.
Clarification. It would appear that they once had a thriving technologically advanced society, but were wiped out by a much more sophisticated alien species.
Ask him if the builders resemble any modern species.
Translation.
That doesn't change their history, we're just asking for more info.
Translation. He only understands the builders as an iconic force meant to test the resolve of his people. He is not making sense, Master. Clarification. They claim their stories are repeated unchanged, but they have demonized these builders. In their minds, they wreaked such havoc they could not possibly be flesh and blood.
Well, they're not going to have an image. Can you clarify how long ago Tatooine was green with life?
Doubting. I don't believe he can, Master. Even if their stories are exact and unchanged, it is likely they were first told thousands of years after these events occurred. This has become very much like a creation myth for his people. There is no date. It simply was.
Okay. Alright, let's go back.
Obedient. I will ask whatever you will.
HK turning and talking is kind of annoying me. Continue from where you left off.
Translation. Translation. His arrogant people touched the stars, and this sin drew the attention of the builders. The builders did not touch the stars, they lashed them to millstones. Translation: great demons of metal stripped the world of its riches until all that was left was the green of the ground. The great cities were lifted away. Translation: those that had used the wealth were taken along with it. Transgressors abducted to serve past the sky, seeding the stars with penitent, adaptable slaves.
Interesting.
Cautionary.
Yeah. Let's ask about the time of enslavement. So, from what I gathered, the Sand People were just like everybody else. They were trying to get to the stars. They built a civilization, technology. Then they made it out of the planet, and the builders saw them, and came down and just basically took all their stuff, and then took them as slaves.
Clarification. I believe they were occupied by this technologically superior species for a substantial period. Stripping an entire planet of usable resources would have taken generations.
How many people were taken?
Translation.
Not everybody, obviously.
Translation. He has no number. He claims that those that were taken were examples of the worst of his kind, arrogant and uncaring of the land. Doubtful. Master, this is just another distortion due to their demonization of the builders. It's like claiming an aspect of his people were taken, not actual individuals. Clearly, history has colored his view. Of course, only the inferior meatbags were taken. The remaining were his ancestors, after all. It must have been special.
Yeah, that kind of makes sense. Why would they have done that? Why would they have been taken?
Obvious. The same reason Zerka Corporation is attempting it now. Expanding empires need tremendous amounts of...
That's true. Okay, let's go back.
Obedient.
Continue.
Translation. Translation. There came a time when the builders were also judged for their crimes. After generations, a plague weakened them, and the time of the Great War began. Translation. The builders faltered, and his people realized why they had been punished, so that they understood the crime, and would now strike down the greater offender. Translation. They worked chaos in the machines, so they destroyed themselves. The builders fought back, laying waste to the green that had been misused with fire from above. Translation. Soil became glass, grinding to sand, but the fight was long planned, and his people were safe. Deep in cave homes carved from valley wall, they were free.
I got questions.
Cautionary.
We're gonna have questions every time. Tell me about the war.
Clarification. The occupying force suffered some sort of species-wide plague that lowered their numbers over time. His people used this extended weakness to sabotage their larger ships. The response of the builders appears to have been to lay waste to the entire surface of Tatooine.
How could they repel such a powerful species?
Doubting. They didn't, Master. They struck a blow, but the storyteller only believes they won because the builders were gone when they emerged from their caves. That does not mean they defeated anyone. It seems clear that the builders simply sterilized their problem and left. The enemy judged them not worthy to fight.
So it sounds like. What kind of weapon could do so much damage?
Clarification. I may not have properly conveyed how long they fought with the builders. Given time, any number of armaments could destroy a world. Hypothesis. Perhaps this is another distortion. Their climate may have begun to fail due to their unrestrained development even before the builders arrived. Looking back thousands of years later, such a shift could easily be attributed to the much-hated conquerors.
I guess that makes sense. How could they survive such an attack?
Hypothesis. If his people were moving away from technology for a long time under the builders, they may have had extensive cave systems that could grant shelter. I would also suggest that, given the evidence of the massive shift in the nature of their society, most of them did not survive.
Alright.
Obedience.
Let's continue.
Translation. Editing, if I may, Master. This section of his tale details several millennia of the long walk, their nomadic wanderings as they accept their identity in a desert world. Rather than strain my circuits on his dialect, might we just assume there was much fighting over who has the biggest bantha and move on to more recent?
No, I want to hear all of it.
Resignation. Very well, Master.
Several hours later.
Translation. The tribes spread far, distant from each other, but all as sand people and all cherished the land that remained. The sand would not be misused. Translation. Then machines fell from the stars again, outsiders like you that brazenly walked apart from the land. And greater still was the insult to come. Translation. These outsiders reminded them of their past transgression, of the time when they too walked apart from land. The outsiders, your kind, looked like their ancient abducted. Translation. So it is to the current sons that the sand people hate all outsiders.
Hey, that makes sense.
No footing. You come again time after time, adaptable slaves to the machine.
Is there anything? I got some questions.
Cautionary.
Tell me about the long walk.
Impatience. Master, I refuse to inconvenience you with this. He spouted names of petty tribal fights in deserts so distant they might as well be across the galaxy. Really, Master, I'm sure it's important to him, but it has nothing of value that you could ever put to use.
Fine, fine.
Obedient.
Continue.
Translation. Translation. The tribe spread far.
Yeah, we got that part.
Translation.
Got that. Yep, yep. Is there anything else?
Editing. The last 1,000 years are full of conflicts with different groups of attempted planetary settlers, all of whom are poorly described, long dead, and likely untraceable. I believe I have truncated it down to the usable bits in what was already said. I hope it is enough, Master.
Alright. I think we're good.
Translation. Translation. We are free to leave.
Well, okay. Let's head back. And then we will go drop off our gaffy stick, talk to Iziz. What else did we need to do? That's Iziz. The gaffy stick. I think that's it, yeah. That's all we got. I was asked in a comment why I don't just fast travel back to the ship. A couple reasons. I like to run around. I like to explore. I like to open up the map a little bit. Like, as you can see, we've got this whole thing open now. Fast travel, I will do it sometimes.
Ready.
Take this. Or disable this. I'll do it sometimes. I typically don't. Mostly for the reasons stated, but also because I like more realism. Like, there's no fast travel in the real world, so let's just pretend this is the real world for a while. Now, if it's a super long run that's boring, I've already checked out everything on the way, like now, I will definitely fast travel. But, I mean, this isn't a super long run. It's just right here. One long run, I think of, like, Breath of the Wild running. Even using, like... Even on those games, I don't even like using horses. Just because I feel like I'm running too fast to properly look at everything and explore. So, I don't know. I just like running. Running around, looking at stuff. Like I like how new this looks because, like on the movies, Tatooine's just like run down, so old, and now this is kind of newish. It's pretty cool. Nice touch, I think. Alright, so is here on the other side of the wall. We'll talk to him. We'll go to Zerka. We'll give him the gaffy stick. Really, guys? Let's go, man. There he is. You're welcome. I wonder if we can get the Jawa history. That's fine, thank you. Good luck. I don't think we can need anything else. Nope. We're good. Yep. Alright. We already found the star map, so... I think that if we had not helped the Sand People, we could have talked to them about the star map. The Jawas. Bastila seems to have something on her mind. Okay. What's up, Bast?
How can I help?
You want to speak to me?
Yes, I did. I wanted to speak to you about our mission and what lies ahead for us. It seems fate, or the Force, is driving us into a confrontation with the Dark Lord. You must prepare yourself for when we face Malak. The confrontation will be difficult for you. I remember how hard it was when I first faced Revan.
Is it true you killed Revan?
It's true that due to my battle meditation, I was with the Jedi Strike team that boarded Revan's ship. We did not kill Revan, however.
That's not what I heard.
Our mission was to capture Revan if possible. It was Malak who turned on his own master, firing upon Revan's ship while we were still on board it. It was his desire to kill us and his master both. Thankfully, we narrowly escaped the vessel as it exploded.
What else did... Well... No, they wouldn't have killed Revan. So Malak did your job for it. Their job wasn't to kill him. What else do you expect from the Sith?
True, I suppose. And yet the outcome of that battle was unexpected. To all of us. Revan's end was unforeseen. As I said, we were there to capture Revan alive. The Jedi do not believe in killing their prisoners. No one deserves execution, no matter what their crimes. Remember that Revan and Malak were once great Jedi, heroes in every sense of the word. They demonstrate the danger of the dark side to us all. I'm sorry, we really shouldn't speak of this anymore. The memory of my confrontation with Revan is painful. Let's return to the mission, please.
Sure. Fair enough. Hi?
Yikukuno no ba mulira tikun. Tonghit kun chonching. Ne bomoje mata de punage. Dulpi kikiuana.
I didn't drop anything.
Takom justach miki grabalmogo. Tachi ita hodunga.
What is this? Some kind of con game?
Kuyami juz chikata na patogaya fulki kokora jiji. Gawanabot atagwa. Kagidora tikun watatimona ia bola.
Thanks, I guess.
Di hotonga kun hunkabi. Wana kun bez ching palamule tungking ba nunotek. Tugning chatukunde mulerabes. Achuta.
Chuta.
Bistulpi kikuyana. Tong patugas makdelia.
Okay, I guess let's look at the data pad. Is this it? This datapad contains a single short cryptic message. The Ginohorodon say to see Hulos on Manan. Come alone or not at all. Sure, okay. Well, we're not going to Manan just yet. Next stop is Kashyyyk, but first we gotta go to Yavin. Let's see. Zerka, gaffy
Greetings again
sticks.
from the offices of Zerga Corporation. Is this about bounties or something else?
Have a gaffy stick.
I see that, but do you have the all-important Chieftain's Gaffy? That was what you agreed to get for us.
I do, yes.
Well, that is a very big headache that you've removed. I'm sure there are still sand people out there, but they'll be quieter now. I think I'll give you a bonus for this. You've more than lived up to your side of the bargain. Zerga Corporation thanks you.
That's fine.
I'm sure. Zerga Corporation thanks you again.
500 credits. Nice. Where are we up to? 34? Ginohorodon. Bastila. Canderous, Karth. Juhani. Alright. I do still need to play Pazak with everybody. Perhaps, well, let's go ahead and play some Pazak. I'll leave it in. We got a few more minutes left in this video. Let's go. Where are we going? There was one in the cantina. And there was one in the hunting lodge. Is that right? Where's the cantina? We'll play them, what, 5 to 10 times until they give us a reward? We've already played each of them once, I think.
Hello again. Would you like to have another round of Pazak? I'd like to try and win back some
Pazak!
money. I mean, I don't want to say that it was beginner's luck, but you should play again to truly get a feel for the game.
All right, let's play.
You have some rudimentary skills. I think I'll use my second best deck this time and up the stakes. 200 credits will be the wager. I trust you will have the money on hand.
Yeah, I got it. Let's do it.
You won't be so eager in a moment, I promise you.
Let's take our normal deck. Jeek. We'll go -3. What? Whatever. We'll go +2. Oh my gosh, are you kidding me right now? We're wasting our cards here. We're gonna have to stand. He's got to hit or use a card. Are you kidding me right now? 3 ties in a row. I have no words. We're gonna have to hit. Whew. Oh, finally we won something. He busted. Oh. Then he brought it back. Ah. Alright, we'll let him have that. We have to get 20. And we're not gonna get 20. Oh. There we go. We got it. Forgot I could do that. And then 20 again. Whoo!
Would you like to have another round of Pazak? It's only fair, after all. You have won against me twice. But I still think I can teach you.
That was close. Yeah, let's play again.
Well, you have proven quite the opponent, but I think the time has come to end this. You will not win again. I usually only use this deck at tournaments, but I think you're worthy of it. Shall we say 500 credits on the outcome?
Sure. Is this going to be the last match for this guy?
Yes. Well then, 500 credits on the line. Here we go.
Here we go. I'd like to know if there's like a meta card build. Like the perfect deck. Yeah, figured he would do that. That's okay. I think we let him have this. He's already used 2 cards. There we go. He doesn't have any more negatives. This kind of reminds me of Gwent on The Witcher 3. I used to let the other player win sometimes just to make them use cards. Yeah, we gotta let him have this one too. Oh boy. Okay. Here we go. Are you kidding me? He has no cards left. Come on. Yeah, he busted. Okay. Just keep busting, buddy. Oh. We gotta hope he busts. Otherwise he wins. Yes!
Would you like to have another round of Pazak? However, you'll understand if we don't have any wagers. I respect your ability too much to insult you by betting on you losing.
Do we still... I don't know. Do we keep going? That's 3. Let's go to 5 and see what happens.
Very good. Just for the sport of it, That's, all I can afford.
Yeah, that's fine. I don't mind playing if we're not playing for money. I don't know if we keep playing him, are we gonna get something? I kind of don't want to waste my time if not. We're at 8. Okay. All right, we'll stand here. Sorry, I had to yell at my cat. Fair enough. All right, buddy.
Would you like to have another round of Pazak? However, you'll understand if we...
It's 4. Let's do one more.
Very good.
And then if he doesn't give us anything, I think we're done with this guy, right? Okay. Well, crap. Well, we'll let him have it. Oh my gosh, man. How's he getting lucky? Again? Oh my gosh. He's gonna beat us, isn't he? This game. And just keep in mind, this is the balanced version. This is a modded version of this game. Of Pazak. Like, it's rebalanced. The game is so unfair if it's not modded. It's ridiculous. Last chance. Alright, here we go. He's got one card. We just gotta get lucky here. Maybe he'll bust. Okay. Last one. Busted. Nice.
Would you like to have another round of Pazak? However, you'll understand.
Hold on. I'm gonna look and see if he gives us anything, because I don't want to waste everybody's time, especially my own.